Hi, welcome to Valley Varieties with April Davidson. I have River's Edge Band here with us today. I've got Carlos, Sherry, Teresa, and I have, did I say that right?
Yes.
Teresa, okay, and then I've got Wayne and John. And they have some exciting stuff they're going to share with us today. And so first I'm going to go ahead and ask them a few questions. And so just whoever wants to take over. And I just wanted to first start by, how did you guys all get introduced?
Actually, I kind of started the whole thing,
Okay.
and
We can
so
blame him.
Okay, blame
it's
him.
all, it's all
Very
my
good.
fault.
Blame him.
Well, what happened was I've been in several bands and wrote several songs, and I needed a really good singer, which I found Wayne.
Very nice.
And so Wayne was really good at writing words, and I wrote some words also, but he was really good, and he just clicked with me. I met him at another band practice at another band.
You stole him.
Kind of.
It was a mutual parting.
Very nice.
Yeah, so.
It just happened to work out that
Yeah,
way.
and he came over and he just, he heard the music. He's like, oh, yeah, I could work with this. And
Aw,
so
okay.
he just started, and just the magic just started
Just the
clicking.
magic happened.
Yes.
And so you guys just coincided really well with the writing the music and just playing, and it just meshed really well.
Yeah, it was kind of like I had the songs, and there was other words before, but they weren't, they weren't as well as
And
what
then
he
he
wrote.
just put it together.
And so he heard the song, he started, and then some of the songs I just gave him a topic, and then he would just write the whole thing just immediately. So it was
Wow. Okay,
really
that's
cool.
so exciting. You kind of almost look like you're a little humbled by that.
Actually, I am, because one of the biggest things that I have noticed in the music industry, and I've been involved since the age of 3,
Wow.
one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that ego kills a lot of acts.
Yes.
People start believing their own hype, and then their egos start getting inflated. They think that they could do more and that they could do better than they actually can,
Right.
and it just becomes a huge snowball until ultimately it blows up.
Right.
So that's something, at least for myself, that I try very hard to stay away from.
Very nice.
When John started showing me the music that he had, literally the first song that he played for me, it was kind of like a pinball game sounded in my head. I started getting
Yes.
ideas and words just started putting together, and that's how I knew that it was going to work. And what we did was we kind of built the band backward.
Okay.
He and I collaborated. He did all of the music initially. I did all of I did the singing and the words, and we recorded the first album, and then we recruited the other players.
Okay.
So that we had a template for them to work from. Okay, here's what it is. You start with the music, start learning it. Once you've got the basics down, you throw your own bits in there, and it has worked beautifully.
Oh my gosh. See, that's amazing. That's art right there. And so how did you go about finding the rest of your band?
Well, I know that John and Carlos have known each other for some time.
Okay.
So
I thought I was being recruited, so.
Yeah, you didn't just wiggle your
I had to
way
sign
in there.
up. I got drafted,
You were
you know.
recruited, huh?
Enlisted.
yeah.
You
But-
enlisted.
But yeah, me and John, we go back a long ways or whatever, and a few parties and a couple of bands and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So when he made the call, then I dodged his call actually at
Okay.
first, and then I called him back.
Okay.
Then we play phone tag and stuff
Yes.
like that. But we got it together pretty good, and the music is real good. It's got a real hook to it. So,
Okay.
So I'm let's see, I'm down for it.
Yes. Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear it. And so when you first heard it, were you ready? Were you prepared? Did that sound like the?
Let's go with this lineup. Yes, I was ready and prepared and looked forward to it. And the music has been like evolving over a couple of years. So when we didn't play for maybe a couple of years or whatever, and then we got back together with the new lineup, then it all clicked.
Right.
A lot of,
Okay.
no pinballs or clicks or
Yes.
Yeah.
so a lot of things
Just
were going
kinda
on.
just
Yeah, it was
worked
its
mayhem.
way together.
Yeah. And so when we got Sherry,
Yes.
all right, and is it Sherry or
Sherry.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry.
Yeah.
See, I should know this,
Okay. And so, how did you end up in the mix?
One of my friends basically said, "Hey, this band needs a drummer.
Okay.
And I went, no, no, I'm done. I'm done. Okay. She goes, no, you're not. They need a drummer. I'm like,
Yes.
no, I'm done. I'm retired. That's it. I'm
That's
done.
it. I'm done.
I'm done. I've got my own stuff going on. And then, kind of like with Carlos, dodging a couple phone calls,
Yeah.
going,
I don't know about this.
oh, crap. Okay, he's got my number. Okay, I'll go ahead and call him back. Okay. Hey, check out YouTube. See if you like the music.
Right.
I went,
That's doable.
okay, and talked it over with my husband. I said, how would you feel if I brought my drum set out of commission?
Right.
And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, there's this band. They're in Fresno, and I think I want to get a shot at this.
Yes.
And he said, go for it.
Wow.
He said, go for it. So showed up at John's house and played like 2 songs. Carlos shows up, Wayne was there, and right there on the spot they said, we found our drummer.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I was like, okay, cool.
And it's so great to have the support of your husband behind you.
Yeah.
That makes it definitely.
It made a big difference.
Yes, it
A
does.
Oh, yeah.
huge
Did you say
difference.
hi to your husband? Did you say hi to him?
Yeah, make sure you say hi.
He's
Yeah.
watching.
Oh yeah, he's watching. He's watching.
Wow, that's so awesome.
But yeah,
That's just the way it works sometimes.
and it's just the way, it's the way it worked. And I unpacked it. I mean, literally, my drum kit was in bags up in the attic.
Yes.
I mean, seriously. And so I unpacked it and started practicing. And that
How
was,
did you feel when you were ripping open those bags and saw it?
I was like,
What am I doing?
Here we go again.
yeah. Here we go again. Come to mama.
Yes, I was.
You
I
know,
was thinking that.
come to
Come to mama.
mama.
Come to mama. That's
You know,
right.
and then of course I'm like, okay, well, I've got a lot of other things going on once it comes to my ranch, but I tell you what,
Yes.
I need my drum kit.
Yes, you definitely
Definitely.
do. Well, I'm glad that worked out that way.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think we all are.
Yes, I believe that.
I like that story. That's the first time I heard that story.
Well,
so-
that's,
I think any of us.
She never
Yeah.
talks to me. I don't know. If
Oh,
she never
No. We play with each other. That's what
Okay,
we
yes.
do.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure that that's something that we can actually say on the air, but if the
we
FCC
can
comes
say it,
after us,
we can
we'll
say it,
look.
we just can't show it.
just can't show it. So, how about you, Teresa?
Well,
How'd you get roped in?
Oh my gosh!
She did.
I
She
got
got
did
roped
get
in.
roped in bad. I am very, very, very shy at one time. My husband here, John.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Yeah, I've been watching him play for almost 4 years.
Okay.
And after I met with the band, I loved it. I take care of all the band members.
Oh, so
Oh,
your
and she
mama.
does.
And yeah.
Yep.
And I did a very good job doing that until he said about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, you're going to play tambourine.
Oh.
Yeah, we forced it on her.
Yes.
We
You're going to be a
literally-
part of this. If you're Mama Bear, you're going to be a part of this.
I said, no, I don't want to at first. And then I finally did it, and I love
Well,
it.
Oh,
well, we
that's
told
so
her
I really
that,
love
that
it.
we wanted her to get on the stage and shake it. So
That's one way of
like
shaking
me to
it.
be
she didn't know
the
exactly what we were
girl.
talking about.
Well, we needed a cheering section, and we needed someone dancing. So we
That's
figured
great.
that she would, get the crowd going to dance.
Yeah, see,
Awesome.
because
so
the
she got to
term
do something.
because the term stage mom only applies to anybody 21 or under. I guess.
Well,
Once you
guys
start
are
getting
21
our
and
age,
under, right?
people start looking at people like,
The heck is a what the hell?
You guys are 21 and under, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still
we
card
called it
you.
I wish.
So about like on and off, how long have you guys been like doing all this?
Oh, we do it
It
almost.
sounds like
every-
you guys
Well,
have been
it's
at it for a
it's
while.
it's only been short of a year, if I remember right.
Speak for yourself.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
but
with the
no.
current lineup, yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
with,
John
with
and-
us, it's only been a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
John and I have been at this basically three and a half years.
That's great.
You know, it took the first year to familiarize myself with his material, and then we recorded the album, which was released last March,
Okay.
and it has received a little bit of traction. We've got our fan base that we're building.
Yes.
Gotten a little bit of airplay in Santa Cruz.
Oh, how
and
fun.
we actually finally got some play here in town through KFSR.
Very nice.
And then a station out in Ames, Iowa, KHOY.
Oh,
I know one
wow.
of the DJs there. It's community radio, and she has been supportive of us from day one.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
She's told us any new material we release, she gets first dibs to play.
Oh, that's
So
so
what was
exciting.
what was the name of the station exactly again? Where
K-
was it?
KHOY, yes.
Give me a plug.
Yes. Quick shout out to Stephanie Johnson, who is
Hi, Stephanie.
Johnson Bates, who is the DJ that has plugged us and has been there from the beginning. I'd like to make sure she gets that special shout out, because without her, we wouldn't have gotten half of the exposure that we have.
Oh, that's so awesome. Hi, Stephanie. So, so you said you started playing music when you were 3?
Yes. I was, my story is actually kind of more unusual. My mother was a top Dolly Parton look-alike entertainer in the world for around 15 years.
Oh, how fun.
And I started singing on stage with her at the ages of 3 and 4, doing old Dolly Parton and Porter Wagner duets. I'd have like little 10, 15-minute bits in her show. I'd do things like Willie Nelson. My signature song was Take This Job and Shove It by Johnny Paycheck.
Oh, my gosh.
You can imagine, a little 3-4-year-old boy in Cass hobbling around singing that song to a bunch of drunken rednecks back east. And we did it.
Do you have any pictures of that?
I have one.
Oh, really?
I have one that my mom keeps in her scrapbook, and I've actually posted it on my Facebook timeline before.
Oh.
So
Oh, my gosh.
go and look
I'd
for it
love
there,
to
huh?
see that. You should have sent that in to me.
I will make sure you get a copy. So yeah,
We'll have to post that on the next show because I'd love to have you guys back. You guys are awesome.
thank you.
And so, go ahead.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been around in the music industry, semi-professionally the vast majority of my life,
That's awesome.
and I would like to think that it's taught me a few things. Not the least of which recognizing something that's quality.
Right.
So, I mean, because I've been in several bands. I've had a couple of bands, cover bands, tribute bands, et cetera, and I find it much more liberating to be able to do original music now, because number one, his music that he came up with just has this intrinsic quality that is rare in any form of music. And a lot of people, they can hear it and they say, "Oh, he just playing guitar. He flashing off." But that's the background noise you're going to hear. When you hear everything together, when you hear the individual components making that magical quality, that's when you know that something's good.
That's amazing.
And these guys recognize it, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Right. Right.
So when it comes to that, we're all on the same page.
Yes.
And we all have mainly the same goals in mind.
Right. Right.
So that's why we think that this music is going to hopefully start getting more traction here in the next few months because of
Yes.
different things going on.
Oh, I believe it will.
And the stage chemistry that we have is also somewhat unique.
Yes.
We have the interaction both individually and together, but don't take our word for it.
Oh, I can't wait to watch. I'm ready to see this. You guys, so what do you guys want to share anything before you get started playing? Is there anything else you guys would like to share?
Let's see. Well, I'm Carlos, a first-time caller and
First time caller, that's right, Carlos.
No. I go back with John about I probably got a couple years on the rest of the guys here and the rest of the gals here.
Okay.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Guys and
Yes.
gals.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to come up with one with the rest of the clan or something like
clan,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to come up with politically correct and everything. And so, but we had the early version of this band and it worked out really good and we got some good music. His stuff is. We're talking about him like he's dead. I remember John's stuff was really good.
Oh no.
But he's got good rockin' tunes and
Right.
And they're good songs and we like to rock and they're all originals and we just say you got it, and you know, do it the way he wants it and everything.
Just follow
Yeah,
his lead.
yeah. And again, I will say we can blame him.
Yep.
Blame
His
him.
fault, his
You're the
fault.
one. You're the one. Oh, and then I was gonna say, did we post the event that we had, or do you guys want to talk about the event? I emailed it to him, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure it got
An
displayed.
event.
Yeah, your
Yeah, we've-
upcoming events. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead and talk
we've got
about
a
those
couple
real
of
quick.
events so far. June 20th, we're going to be headed up to Shasta County to
Okay.
perform at our first music festival, which is Archer Fest
Very nice.
up there. And being in the mountains, hopefully it'll be cooler during that
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Otherwise, I think all of us are going to end up losing at least, 50, 60 collective pounds.
I think my makeup slipped off.
I don't think I'm even going to wear makeup. I mean,
I think I'm going to start wearing makeup. But we've got that, and it's going on for a couple of months. I think it's every weekend, starting June 6th. We're performing June 20th. There's going to be a few bands on the bill. I know Stone Monkey is one of them. That's one of the bands from Santa Cruz that we're
Okay.
kind of one of our brother bands there.
Okay.
And then, pending what happens with the lockdown, we have a gig on July 4th, Independence Day,
Oh.
at the Hideout Saloon in Mariposa.
Oh, how fun.
And because it's Independence Day, we have a few surprises in store for our fans and our audiences. We're going to try to make it as patriotic a performance as possible.
Very nice.
Yeah, so we've got
My
the
wheels
200
are already turning.
We've got the 200-foot fireworks that are going to be shooting up in the air, and we've got the dancing bears that are going to be red, white, and
Oh
blue, and
my
all that kind of
gosh.
thing. One thing, yes.
Historical figure.
I'm picturing it.
Well, we're not real sure about the bears because they're still dealing with the Siegfried and Roy thing.
Okay.
But there will be at least one historical figure there. I can guarantee you Benjamin Franklin is going to be showing up. If you can't figure out who that one's going to be, well, I'll give you time. But yeah,
He's on
we're gonna make sure that it is a blast
It's
for
gonna be a lot
everybody
of
there.
fun.
Because when we perform 120%. We give more than we have, so that everybody can know for certain that they've got a band that really cares about getting their music out to the
Yes.
people.
What is it? What did they say? Go big or go home.
There you go. The other thing that we've been asked about is what style of music do we do?
Oh, what genre? Yeah.
Well, we cover multiple genres
Okay.
because you don't want to target to just one audience.
Right.
I mean, you can make it big if you've got the right criteria and the look and all that garbage. But if you take the buckshot approach and you approach multiple audiences, then you have a far greater chance of success, and you also have a chance to show diversity
Okay.
in your music. So, I mean, we do everything from hard rock and metal to reggae to blues. We're working on country. We've got psychedelic and trance music. We've got, the folk style. We're working on, we've got a Celtic ballad that we're going to be
Oh,
releasing.
wow.
Or Celtic style ballad.
Okay.
So, we're hitting in a lot of different places.
Just showing your talent
Exactly.
in every area, so you're diverse.
Yes.
Heavily influenced.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. So what are you gonna show us today?
Well, we had initially figured on doing one or two songs acoustically,
Okay.
because we weren't sure of what kind of format that you wanted. But we're going to do
Whatever you would like.
we're going to do a few. I think we're going to do a few songs acoustically, and then I know John has brought a little bit of material that's going to be on our upcoming album.
Okay.
That hopefully we'll be able to play for the audience as well.
Very nice. Okay, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
anything else you guys would like to share before we get started? No? Okay, let's get
Can
started.
you release my family now? Am I good?
Okay. Go ahead and you guys do what you need to do. Get comfortable.
Okay.
We gotta get set up.
Yeah, get comfortable. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and take a commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Valley Varieties. This is April Davidson, and I wanted to welcome back our River's Edge Band. They're going to play their song, Ticket for One, from their first album, and I can't wait to hear it. You guys take it away.
Take it for one, the acoustic set. It was a dark night, like any tale to tell. This time was full of fright, and I am under the spell. Broken heart fixed this tragedy, the only soul I see, and a ticket for me. Ticket man, not a minute man, tell me, am I headed for danger? Never have I in my life fallen to a stranger. I'm a victim to love, not from heaven above. The train headed this way. I got a ticket for one. The hills roll by, the mountains seem to cry, yet mine is the only I try. If you'd never seen behind these eyes, what choices did you have to make? If you never held my heart, would you ever make the same mistake? Here I stand in pain. Here I am waiting for the train. If you ever pass me by, would I shed a tear or ever cry? It's all the same to me. Ticket man, not a lonely man. Am I headed for danger? Never have I in my life fallen for a stranger. His eyes I have seen before, but his heart speaks to me. Hear the lamb roar, looking at me every time I see. Is he boarding the stranger? A ticket to nowhere, but it's all the same. It's all the same to me. He looks asking with his eyes, are you going the same way? He looks asking with his eyes, are you going the same way? We never walked hand in hand, but my ticket for one has left to stand. No, we never walked hand in hand, but my ticket for one has left to stand. Ticket man, not a minute man, tell me, am I headed for danger? Never have I in my life fallen to a stranger. I'm a victim to love, not of heaven above. All aboard, ticket for one. All aboard, ticket for one. Woo. Thank you. One quick note about that song. The lyrics for that, I actually did not come up with those. My daughter, Tila Hamilton, did. She is also a budding poet and songwriter, and we made sure that she got credit for this on the album. Our first album is called Breath of Life. You can find this and other songs that we're going to do on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. Feel free to take a look under River's Edge Band, Breath of Life. The second song that we're going to do for you, I think. Pass me by and ignore me. I'm tucked up on the shelf. You go for the better package, and I'm left to myself. The diamond in the rough is better than fool's gold. Being That was Damaged Goods, also from the Breath of Life album. That's the song that actually cracked us open in Iowa. So, okay, I think we got time for one more song before the next break.
We'll have to change guitars.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Or you want to go play one of the songs off the new album? We'll play it on the air off the master. How
no,
much time do we have?
actually,
13 minutes till.
That's just
okay.
enough time to
Well,
do
what
that.
we can do, let's go ahead and go to a commercial break. That'll give him time to change,
I think
and
the
then
folks at home would probably,
okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll be right back.
we will be right
Welcome back to Valley Varieties. We have Rivers Edge Band here, and we're going to go ahead and listen to a song from their new album. Would you like to go ahead and introduce it?
The song from the upcoming album that we're sneak previewing for you is called "Bring the Light."
Woke up this morning with a brand new point of view. Everything seems so much brighter ever since I met you. It's easier to get my motivation going at the start of the day. Got my proof and a new attitude, seeing things in a different way. Bring the light to disperse the shadows. Bring the light and help me to see. Open my eyes so I may see clearly. Bring the light and shine it for me. Going through my day to day and things don't seem so bad. Makes me wonder what was there before that made my life so sad. I used to think in monochrome, my life was colorblind. But now I see every rainbow shade, and I am feeling fine. Bring the light to disperse the shadows. Bring the light and help me to see. Open my eyes so I may see clearly. Bring the light and shine it for me. Shine your light out for me. Come home at the end of the day with the weight pulled off my shoulders. I used to hide in the shadows, now I feel much stronger and bolder. No longer feels like Atlas trying to hold up the world. My heart is light, my days are bright, and my smile is unfurled. Bring the light to disperse the shadows. Bring the light and help me to see. Open my eyes so I may see clearly. Bring the light and shine it for me.
Okay, we're going to close out the show by them playing their last song. Would you like
back.
to
April, did you like that song?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. It's
liked
from
it
your
too.
new album, and I can't wait to listen to you guys on Spotify all the way home to pick up my kids. They're going to have to listen to it too.
All right, all right.
Right on. You got some new fans. So do you want to go ahead and play us out?
Our last song that we're going to play for you is actually the one that's been the most popular as far as YouTube and other things go. It's our blues entry, and it's called I'm Just an Option.
Very good.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can remember when we started out. We were in love, we didn't care about others' opinions of what we did. Just a couple of kids. Nowadays it seems to me it just isn't what it used to be. You're always busy, you're never around. No time for me or to settle down. So I guess I'm just an option, convenient to have around. You think of me when you're bored, like the toy you just put down. You make me chase you like a love-starved dog, but you won't give me a chance. If I disappear, would you regret it? Or would you pass over me without a glance? Yeah. How often do you think of me or wonder if I'm okay? Would it even cross your mind if I were to go away? Take it, Johnny. I think about you all the time, but I guess it's not the same. Relationships can't be one way. That's not how you play the game. No, so I guess I'm just an option, convenient to have around. You think of me when you're bored, like the toy you just put down. You make me chase you like a love-starved dog, but you won't give me a chance. If I disappear, would you regret it? Or would you pass over me without a glance? Oh, without a glance. You know that my love is true. I love you and I miss you too. But it feels like you're far away. How much longer can I stay? No.
Thank you so much for coming tonight for my show.
Thank
and
you.
I look forward to having you guys all again. You guys did a great job. And that's all we have for this evening. So we'll see you next week. Thank you again.